Mrs. Ambassador Flake, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and pleasure for me to be present here today to celebrate together with you and all our friends from the United States the 248th anniversary of independence. Congratulations. On July 4th, 1776, the Second Continental Congress unanimously adopted the Declaration of Independence, enshrining the unity, independence, and liberty of the United States of America. 20 years later, Turkish-American relations officially started with the signing of an agreement ensuring safe passage for American ships in the Mediterranean. Over the years, our deep-rooted relationship has evolved into a long-standing friendship defined by alliance. Besides being close NATO allies for over 70 years, our relations are more prosperous and diverse than ever. Our ever-growing trade and economic relations and extensive political and people-to-people ties enrich this picture. We are pleased to note a significant increase in political exchanges within the past 12 months. Minister Fidan and Secretary Blinken are in constant contact. There have been numerous other ministerial and parliamentarian level meetings since then. The Türkiye-US strategic mechanism continues to be an effective tool in our relationship, including the crucial areas of cooperation in countering terrorism and enhancing our dialogue on energy and climate change. Türkiye-US defense trade dialogue is another significant area where we note increased cooperation. The increased frequency of bilateral contacts and high-level visits also gives us the opportunity to create depth in our understanding and capacity in addressing global affairs. The unprecedented global challenges we face today have once again demonstrated that the Turkish-American alliance is as relevant and critical as ever. The wars in Gaza and Ukraine, the ongoing conflicts in Syria and Sudan, and the developments in Yemen and the Red Sea are deeply unsettling for global stability. As long-standing allies, we share the responsibility to work together to contribute to regional and global peace. I am confident that our relations will continue to strengthen and diversify in the period ahead. At this point, I would like to take this opportunity to commend both Jeff and Cheryl for their remarkable contributions to our bilateral relations. While concluding, I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the United States of America and convey our best wishes to the American people on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Hanımefendiler ve beyefendiler, Excellence'lara Sayın Büyükelçi Jeffrey Flake ve Sayın Cheryl Flake.
Wow, wow, wow. What a great honor it is to host all of you on behalf of the United States of America as we celebrate 248 years of independence. We're thrilled to have so many people who contribute to the rich relationship that our two countries have right here with us tonight. We have people from the business community, from government, arts, entertainment, and the media. Thank you, all of you, for being with us this evening. Now, Cheryl and I cannot believe that this is our third and final Independence Day celebration here in Ankara. So we thought we'd do something different this year.
When we talk to friends back home, they often ask, what do we do when we're not in routine meetings or official events? Do we get around the country? Do we ever act like tourists? The answer, of course, is yes.
And yes.
So we thought we'd show you what we've experienced around this beautiful country. Of course, we can't narrow it down to just one or two highlights. So we thought we'd show a few pictures and talk about our top 10 highlights in no particular order.
Where else in the world can the ambassador from the U.S. swim from one continent to another with a bunch of people from the embassy. Nowhere else in the world can this happen.
And I had fun cheering them all on from the shore. Speaking of the Bosphorus, my favorite thing to do is boating on the Bosphorus with friends and family. There's no better way to see Istanbul's beauty. And having the embassy boat, the Hiawatha, it's pretty spectacular also.
How many embassies have their own boat, by the way? That's great.
We never tire of seeing the sights in the old city. It's old, but it never gets old to us. And I know Jeff never gets tired of playing James Bond on the top of the Grand Bazaar. In fact, if you Google James Bond Grand Bazaar, Google that, this picture of Jeff is the first one to appear. He thinks he's really arrived.
I know that's true because I Google it every day.
He does.
But that's great. Well, we love hanging out here in Ankara with our embassy family. We finished, as you know, a wonderful new embassy 2 years ago, and we love being there. And when we have visitors come here to Ankara, tourists and others, family members, we always take them to Anıtkabir as well. No better place to appreciate the history of Türkiye.
It's a special place in our hearts. We really love sharing this beautiful residence with our embassy family. Whether we're having our annual Halloween party here in our backyard, summer family movie nights on the lawn, playing cardio tennis, my favorite, or playing football with members of our church, this is the place to be.
It surely is. Well, floating over Cappadocia in a hot air balloon at sunrise, it doesn't get any better than that. And what's best is you look out over the horizon and you think, I'm in northern Arizona, or it looks like southern Utah, so we feel right at home.
Absolutely. It was great having our whole family in Cappadocia with us last summer.
Well, after the horrific earthquake in February of 23, Cheryl and I went to southern Türkiye and saw the world come together to aid earthquake relief. We saw the Americans come with rapid response teams and so many other countries involved. And we've seen since that time so many Americans and others, churches and others come and continue to supply relief to the victims there. When I think of the tragedy, I always think of this picture. This picture of this baby that was rescued 11 days after the quake. It offers us hope for the future.
Absolutely. One of our top favorite things is sailing along the Turkish coast. So much of Türkiye is surrounded by water, and we've been able to experience a lot of it. From Bodrum to Göcek to Fethiye to Kaş to Antalya, each place is more beautiful than the next, and it's clear turquoise water. Jeff's favorite activity is spearing lionfish. He says he's just doing his part to rid the Aegean and Mediterranean of invasive species.
Somebody has to do it, and they're really invasive, by the way.
We also love touring ancient ruins like Ephesus, Side, Göbekli Tepe. Having been to Türkiye in college and performing in the amphitheater in Ephesus, I love to see and experience the ancient ruins Türkiye has to offer. Who needs to go to Italy and Greece? We have it all right here, right?
We love touring the monasteries in southern Türkiye. I realized a couple of things there. First, I need a better beard. And second, it was just so special to hear the ancient language of Aramaic spoken, the language of the New Testament in some of those monasteries. And where else can you go in the world and visit a city named Batman?
That's Batman, honey.
I'm still looking for Gotham City. But anyway, another thing we love about Türkiye, we didn't realize that we'd be able to watch so many sporting activities here, and such good sporting activities. Whether it's basketball or football or volleyball, it's wonderful. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, the Turkish women's volleyball team beat the Americans. We don't sanction that activity, but the Sultans of the Net are pretty darn good, and Cheryl and I look forward to cheering them on along with our teams at the Olympics this summer.
We'll cheer for all those wonderful ladies. Congratulations to them. One of our highlights of our time in Türkiye is getting to know the wonderful people in this incredible country. As I mentioned, I was here in college and was blown away by the beauty of this country. But the thing I remembered most is the kindness and generosity of the people of Türkiye. It's even more true for me today.
As you can see, for us this has been far more than an assignment. It's been our home. A home that will be very difficult to leave when our tour is up. In closing, we thought we'd express our feelings in poetry. We're not exactly poets, but we thought we'd give it our best shot. There are places we've been in this wide open world where putting down roots was a chore. The trails we traveled in distant climes steered us back to our own front door. But this ancient land where east meets west, where sand greets a turquoise sea, has become a place we can't bear to leave. We're as home as we ever will be. Still, we hear faint voices louder each day, promptings we can't ignore. From loved ones behind we cannot forget, who wait on a distant shore. So when we return to the life we once had, we'll sorrow that we couldn't stay here in the land that captured our hearts, our beloved Türkiye. Thank you for being with us tonight to celebrate 248 years of the United States of America. Cheryl will be back in a few minutes to introduce the band. Please enjoy the evening.
Yok hiç sıkıntı yok ya. Abi sen oraya nasıl gittin? Vallahi genişti. Safları sıkıntı oldu. Ama durumun var da. Doldurabilir miyim emin değilim. Ben daha sonra var emin değilim. Kamera mı desin? Nerede Seni gördük de 2006.
Özür dilerim. Sağdan biraz çık. Evet, Büyükelçiliği.
Hoş geldin.
Çok telefonu veriyorum.
Yesin bir gene ya.
Arkadaşlar
Arkadaşlar
bir önümüzü açabilir misiniz?
Pardon.
Kameraları doldur döndürsek miydi ya? Fotoğraf çeksek. Gitti abi.
Biraz. Pardon biraz kevledim.
Ben göremedim. Şimdi görebilsem. Önümüzü bir açabilir misiniz? Çok pardon.
Önümüzü açabilir miyiz arkadaşım? Oturun. Muhteşem bir ekiple gittik. Muhteşem bir ekiple. Yani kötü bir ekiple değil.
It is my pleasure to introduce Başak.
Oldu.